a nice cabbage sauce. A brown stew chicken is basically chicken parts that's been cooked down with paprika and Guinness and onions and garlic and thyme and chili powder, and it's just a dark stout sauce that it just glazes in, and the chicken breaks down to the point where you can chew on the bone. It's just wrong in all the horrible ways.
Yeah.
Sounds like delicious.
Or honestly, if you were in an Indian Jamaican household like what I came from, because my grandmother's from Bangladesh.
Okay.
So she left Bangladesh when she was around 13 or 14 with her first husband and came to Jamaica. He passed, and then she met my granddad. So in our household, you'll have dal on a Sunday. You'll have roti. You'll have curry mango. You'll have mango chutney. You'll have curry chicken. You'll have fried red snapper, all sorts of pickled veg, and some basmati rice to go along with it. Like Miss Betty, she was a beautiful woman. She will torture you with all the good stuff, man. Like, you tell her you don't want any red snapper today, she'll just look at you sideways like, who doesn't want a crispy red snapper with some dal and a roti to go on the side?
Yeah.
Who the hell would say they didn't want the red fresh?
Slap the fuck out of them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Every grandmother's like, no, you're eating today. Like, I'm full. She's like, I'll just make you a little something.
Yeah.
But when it's like whole red snapper,
Oh, yeah.
like, fuck.
So,
okay,
no, you came over to our house when that woman was alive. Rest in peace. Like, she'll like, oh, I'm going to go make you a plate. And she'll come back and you just have like a whole red snapper on your plate with some rolled up roti and a mango curry and a little bit of dal sitting there. You'd be like, oh, this is something.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that
man.
hard. So then I guess we've gone a little bit back and then we'll go a little bit forward.
Yeah.
So when you started navigating the food scene, what led you to the journey to this kitchen?
Honestly, I have to be real. So it goes back to Bama.
Yeah?
Honestly, Bama's time. Sal, that beet burger.
Yeah.
That beet burger will forever change my life.
I like the beef burger.
That beef
I
burger.
know there are some haters out there,
Yeah.
but I thought it was pretty damn
It
good.
was
I mean, it was
amazing.
messy as shit. Cause
It was.
the
They
binding
didn't hold
couldn't.
together.
Yeah.
But when it's done right, it was amazing. The balsamic onions, the feta cheese. I remember the build of that.
Where's this?
The
At the
kitchen
kitchen?
next door.
Yeah, it was like one of like the biggest, like kind of the first ever, like
Yeah.
it was like a new like veggie burger.
People
that-
lost their shit over it. People were wondering, what the fuck is a beet burger? Like, I used to go around town bragging, like, I work at the kitchen next door. We have the beet burger.
Well,
You need to come by.
It's
The best-
revolutionary.
it's-
You got to come
The
get
best-
Seriously.
The best though was like a couple times I remember like when they ran out of red beets,
Oh,
they
man.
used golden beets,
Yeah.
and so you had like this golden beet burger, and I mean it looked odd, but
Yeah, it was delicious.
It was pretty funny.
It was amazing, honestly. But that's what changed me. Growing up as a Rastaman son, growing up eating Ital food until he's 10 years old, and having meat for the first time when he's 10 or 11. Don't get me wrong, that influenced my life. But working at the kitchen next door changed the hell out of me, because being able to take everything from a farm and putting it on your plate in a creative way showed me as a young Jamaican boy that I can do the same.
Yeah,
You get what I mean?
fuck yeah.
And that's what opened up my eyes. Working with Sal and Kyle was amazing as a young cook. That developed me. And ever since then, I've been on a mission to translate vegetables in a different way, honestly. Real talk. And now as a seasoned chef with a little bit more salt and pepper, you know what I mean?
I like that term.
You know, a little bit
It's
more.
weathered as well.
Exactly,
you know?
But no, honestly, it's now I look at what I can do with the farms that are around. So I look at the ingredients that the farms have, and then I want to put that on a plate. So the same thing with Lost Creek, the same thing with Acres, Rebel Farms. For Rebel Farm, we did a mango curry, a curry mango that no one has ever seen, with a 400-year-old curry powder that no one has, and it blew everybody's mind.
Yeah.
It was amazing. You get what I mean? So it just shows you that you can change your perspective and your mindset when it comes to food. A mango doesn't have to be ripe for you to eat it. It can also be a meat substitute. Jesus Silva, the chef of Masaki and Tora Ramen of entire Broadway market, saw this and he lost his shit. He looked at me and was like, dude, I'm Mexican and I don't know about this shit. We eat mangoes that are pepper and this, and I've never cooked it. He was like, what the fuck? And he was like, now I'm going to make a mango ramen. I'm like, okay, please don't.
Yeah, I don't know about Nego
No,
ramen.
there's
I mean,
so-
good try there, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's
No,
backpedal.
he has some really creative dishes
Oh,
over there.
Jesus is insane. That's
Yeah.
why I would not be surprised
And I
if he
saw his
come
ass
over to
on
Mango Ramen.
television the other day.
Oh, dude,
he was in a
he's-
commercial. I was like, holy shit, that's the guy from Broadway Market.
Yeah, Jesus is popular now. He's using his voice. Us as chefs, we're no longer staying in the kitchen, and that's what we're doing, man. We're changing the game, bro. And I think that's what it is. So now with these dinners, my goal is to connect the community with the source of the food, connect it with the farm and a chef. You know what I mean? Because when's the last time have you been to a dinner where you've actually had the farmer and the chef in the same room, and that thing that is on your plate came from these two individuals?
Right. It's tough to do.
It's pretty tough, and that's been my goal. Is I want to put the chef and the farmer in one room. This is the individual that grew it with his hand, and it took 3-4 months, and this is the individual that cooked it in the last 3 hours. How does it taste? That's it. What's your question?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And that's the way that I'm going about this, man. It's not trying to be cocky, but it's trying to be informative, because as individuals in this business, we have the knowledge that we can pass it on. You guys are the individuals that are passing on and help to curate this knowledge and put it into words and a context for them to understand. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, I
that
feel
sounds.
like- yeah, go ahead.
You're a little fluffy there on
Yeah.
us, but yeah,
What
we do
we're
our
trying
part.
to do is we're trying to share y'all's story. The chef,
Exactly.
like you mentioned, you're not staying in the kitchen anymore, and we don't want you to. Obviously, there's been a lot going on, and so we want to learn more about not only the food and where it comes from, but also the chef and where they come from,
Exactly.
because the back of house is oftentimes not seen. Obviously,
No.
Bruto not included. So it is a forward-facing opportunity, and it lets not only the food speak for itself, but also the people behind the food, whether it be the person that planted it and grew it,
Yeah.
to the person that put it in the kitchen and then presented it. They're right there. What is your question?
Basically.
What do you have to So I applaud it. I think that's a great idea.
Thank you.
And I think one thing you're also doing is something that I wish we could do a little bit better, which is using your platform to raise other folks up with you.
Yeah.
You mentioned, some of those chefs and I don't know any of those names personally. Chris, obviously the foodie, knew the restaurant in Mexico City, but you're using the platform to create a platform for other folks to learn, grow get that inspiration for the beet burger.
The same thing you guys are doing. You guys are having me on the show right now, and it's just by using a platform, using a pedestal that we have. We may not have the biggest pedestals in the world, but we have something. Just like Stoop Kid has a stoop.
Yeah.
Hey, Arnold!
Real talk. Yeah,
Dude,
man.
It's the best reference today.
Dude, it's just real, man. It's whether it's a bucket or a stone, I think that we need to stand on it and we need to yell in some form of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's also crazy that people don't understand. Like, restaurants are where people come together to talk, have fun, celebrate. But I mean, it's also where people just come to talk. So, I mean, people are going to be talking about these things. Like, we're all a part of it.
Yes, sir.
And the kitchen and restaurant industry represents
the best of America.
Yeah, it really does.
Multiracial.
I mean,
it's where we go to celebrate. It's where we go to laugh. It's where we go to cry sometimes. The restaurant business is, to me, the heartbeat of, honestly, America right now. Because look at all the turmoil that's going on. You go to a restaurant, you may see someone smile. You get what I mean? And that's what it is. Even the other day, I was driving past Union Station and checking out that new ramen place that is across the street. And
Katsu?
I think that's what it is. I don't want to say the wrong name.
I don't know either, but I think that's it. For those that are listening at home, they may be able to chirp us. But
that ramen place that is across the street from Union Station, just seeing the people that were out front, it was just smiles. You get what I mean? And then when you turn on the news, it was just Trump's. And I forgot to use, my apology, but we all have opinion. Opinions are like assholes, and we all have one.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, it's that when you turn on the TV, shit's on fire. Politics, someone is yelling, someone's screaming, everybody's disagreeing. The land is on fire. There's some big, large wildfire going on. I turned it on last night. The fire in Wyoming doubled in size and now crossing over into Colorado. It's insane. So restaurants right now are honestly one of the main places that you can go to get away. And that's what we're trying to do here at Bruto, is to try to transport us away from all the bullshit that is going on. The Ital dinner is built off of positivity. Positivity is the ultimate form of protest. That is a Kelly Whitaker's quote. And that is something that I plan on continue to build these ideas off of. It's that if you don't have an ounce of positivity within you or the message that you're trying to send or within your food and I can't taste it, then we have issues. You get what I mean? Because right now we need individuals to go out there to try to send a positive message. There's enough negative shit that's out there. We don't need to add to it. You know what I mean? As I said, I come from the kitchen next door. And I keep looking at Bama because that's part of my foundation. Like, literally, I remember him in the front coming in to set up for the service on a Friday night, us getting our asses kicked. I remember the party that we had that we all lost our shit at.
The one that didn't end until Sunday morning.
Seriously, I have pictures of that. It was amazing, brother. I'm pretty sure the kitchen didn't allow any more parties after that party. You know what I mean? You know?
But you know, I mean,
sorry, Kimball.
Yeah,
don't apologize to him either.
The best thing that comes out of all that is like everybody learns to work together as a team, and the only objective you have is to give people good service, good food, and good times.
That's it. It's that. This is the thing. The one thing that I love about the restaurant industry is that you don't know each other's story. You don't know where we're coming from, but as long as somebody come in and bust their ass and show up on time and look decent and not like all trashy and shit.
Haggard.
You know what I mean?
That was me, man.
Oh,
I would come in after one of those parties. They'd be like, shave your face, tuck your shirt in. Please just go through the back entrance and shower. Use the faucet.
You remind me of a few of my cooks. I'm sorry. I'm joking.
That's me. I mean, but that was some of the fun times as well.
But that's what it is. It's that you hurt together, you laugh together, you build a bond. You get what I mean? You can see each other 6 years fucking later and still laugh.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? That's what it is, man. And the restaurant industry, it builds a family, distant family. You can see, as I say, see someone years later and still probably go grab a beer,
pick
smoke
it up
a spliff,
where
and
they
drink,
left
and
off.
literally picked up. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what it is, and that's why we need restaurants. You get what I mean? We need our restaurants to be here for tomorrow and next year, the same way we need our farms to be here for next year. We have to.
And so I would be doing a disservice if I didn't ask, what can we do besides, help by, it's an independent restaurant coalition. Obviously, let your representatives know, tell them to vote and pass legislation and support local restaurants.
Yes.
But what else can we do in our communities? Like, how can Chris and I
honestly,
help?
other than calling your local representatives, support, literally go and support, call out, place an order, spend $10, spend $5. It doesn't matter. Every little bit adds up, whether it's that Danish that you bought, that cup of coffee, or the pasta, or the beet burger if it was still around.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Rest in peace, the beet burger. But no, that's really what it is. I think that we need to support more. Like with me, I live all the way up in Green Mountain near Red Rocks. But I have driven all the way down to the Welton Street Cafe to go grab breakfast on a Sunday morning.
That's the best. That's
you know
the
what I
only
mean?
meat and 3 you can get.
Seriously.
Rest in peace, Thompson Cooking.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Dude. But no, that's what it is, brother. It's I think we just need to support. We need to go out of our way. Not just the easy step, but we need to go the extra mile. You know what I mean? As I said, I live in Green Mountain. I have no desire to drive down here on the slowest of Sundays when I don't have nothing to do after being down here all week.
Last thing you want to do is see.
Exactly. So, but if I want some ramen, I will come down here and go to Tokyo. I know the chef, I know the owners over there. We're all hurting. You get what I mean? And if we all support each other, we can actually be here. I know it's like trading money a little bit like that if you really think about it. But why not trade within your own selves?
Yeah.
To make sure that there's still money circulating within your community. You know what I mean?
100%.
And support your local farmers. If you see a farm stand, stop. Buy a tomato. Buy a squash. You know what I mean? Google the nearest farmer. I was recently a part of the Blue Room. So the Blue Room is ran by Min. Min works over at MCA. He's one of Kelly Whitaker's business partner. And the Blue Room is a website room, and make sure I get it right. Basically, an organization where they bring in students, whether you go to Dartmouth, Oxford, San Francisco State, Cal Berkeley. You're at the top of your class. You can join the Blue Room, get credit by learning from individuals like Kelly Whitaker, myself, or Min. And it's an amazing organization. And I was a part of that the other day, and I'm going to be a part of it going forward. And with this being said, they asked me the same thing. What can they do? My thing is, go ahead and Google your nearest farm. There were students in Paris that were on the Blue Room, students in Italy, students in Australia. My thing is, I don't give a damn where you are. There's a local farm somewhere nearby that has an onion, that has garlic or potatoes or something that you can buy. Go there. You know what I mean? Right now, that's what we need to do. We need to go and find out who's around us. We need to converse with the individuals within our community. We need to actually, rather than seeing somebody walk past you 5 times and you want